Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to another quick chat, honey. Listen, on this quick chat, we will be getting into love in hip hop, some love in hip hop Atlanta, and I guess you could say a little bit of love in hip hop Miami. All right. Now let me just say this, girl. I had to tweet this out. Girl, I done started watching Love in Hip Hop Miami. I am halfway through the first episode. I was watching the first episode when my best friend ended up FaceTiming me, and I kind of just ended up talking to her and got carried away. So I didn't even finish up the episode, but that is a plan that I'm going to do today. I believe there may be 3 episodes out, so I definitely plan on binge watching Love and Hip Hop Miami. I haven't really been featuring Love and Hip Hop Miami as much because I just don't want them to think, number one, that Love and Hip Hop Miami is that girl, because it's not. I miss Love and Hip Hop and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and those characters so much. I wish they would send Ray J and Prinky back to Hollywood so bad. I don't know what happened with the show, but I would love for it to return, and y'all can just drop Miami off wherever it's at. But it seems like y'all only keeping the Southeast shows, and I don't understand that. But either way, another person I'm not really interested in seeing is Trina. I'll be honest. I'm not really seeing Trina, with her attitudes and stuff. I feel like she gonna be on some tremendous power tripping, and I'm just not interested in seeing Trina, treat the people any kind of way and stuff with the attitude like she better than. Da, da, da. Sometimes it gets annoying, right? But I've been checking it out so far, and the first part of the episode has been a bit interesting, I have to say. So I'm going to continue to check it out. And also, we're going to talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami, the whole situation with Amara, her and Safaree, what's going on there, and what Miss Shay Johnson had to say about it, right? So without further ado, as you guys come into the video, definitely make sure that you are liking up the video to support the channel. We definitely appreciate it. And actually, I am going to start off with Love and Hip Hop Miami, Amara and Shay. Now, don't know a whole lot about what's happening between the ladies down there in Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I do feel like Shay be so obligated to know, Amara's business. And I don't really like that in friendships. I feel like a lot of people think just because y'all friends, you're obligated to somebody else's business, what they got going on, who they dating, who they fucking, all of that. And I just feel like I want Shay to fall back just a little bit because, girl, we just not finding out who the fuck your baby daddy is. When you first got pregnant and you had your baby, we didn't know that was your baby. Like, girl, I honestly was questioning whether or not you had in vitro or something, whether there was a dad. Maybe that is ignorant of me. I apologize, but girl, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know you was in a relationship. I do understand that people keep those things private too, though. Everybody don't want you all in their business. Yeah, I get like that as well. But girl, I was like, what the hell really going on? Then you sprung this man upon us because you saw a benefit of using him as a storyline on your show. Then it's like, oh, okay, then so now is this the baby daddy, girl? This who you bring it to the front? All right, then cool. But at the same time, I feel like Amara didn't know a whole lot about your situation, but now you sit over here expecting her to know a whole lot about you. Now keep in mind, y'all, I'm only on like maybe 30 minutes of the first episode. So I don't even know what's happening with the other two to really identify what's happening in their relationship. So I'm going off of what I've seen so far. And I just feel like Shay is more obligated to know what the hell. I feel like a lot of people are obligated to know what the hell going on with Safaree and Amara. Now I understood Bobby Light and where he was coming from it, because he has literally watched Safaree date a lot of his friends and how much of a trash dude Safaree is. So I think it only makes sense that once you have details about this person, that you will want to share it with one of your close friends, somebody that you care about. Like, yo, be cautious. I know you're going to do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is. But girl, I'm just telling you, with this one right here, you might want to be a bit more cautious than what you typically are. Okay. So there's that. But listen, there's been a lot of speculation about Safaree and Amara. Amara has denied being in any type of relationship, sexual, genuine, whatever relationship with Safaree for some time now. Erica Mena called them out, which really wasn't even her place or her business to sit up there and call them out, because he's divorced from you. And he can date whoever the fuck he wants. And ain't nobody policing who you date. So why are you policing who your ex dates? The only thing you need to be worried about is him taking care of them kids, in my opinion. So she did this whole rant on social media. She was upset about Safaree dating Amara. And she really didn't like the fact that he bought those Rolexes for Amara's daughters to the birthday party. And that's something that you see in the first episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I must say, Girl, I'm with you on that now. Now, that was stupid. That was for show. That was to flex in front of other people. And then they gave each other a kiss, which pretty much announced that they are seeing each other, dating each other, or whatever the case is. Girl, it's giving friend girl just a little bit. It made me think a little bit of Shay and Martell. Like, y'all want people to know that y'all kicking it, y'all on that level, but he ain't really taking you serious for real, for real. Like, it's cringe worthy, but just know Safaree bought those Rolexes for show and for flex purposes only. Now, Amara has decided that she's going to come to social media. And with her coming to social media, she wanted to let everybody know that whatever was going on between she and Safaree, it was merely just storyline only. Amara, go away from us with this bullshit, because I do not believe you. I'm going to tell you right out the gate, but I'm going to let the people hear what you got to say. So let's go ahead and put this up on the screen so we can hear what she got to say. And shout out to Live Bites, because girl, they be catching it. Okay. They may not catch all, but they definitely catch enough. And I appreciate it. So shout out to them over there on Instagram. Let's see what Amara got to say about her and Safaree.
I never said y'all was in a relationship either. I've been single since the father of my kids. And I haven't had sex since the father of my kids. Mama, mira, listen. Mira, mama. Let me put it this way. I'm a pretty smart girl. I believe that I am. I have come this far because I think I'm pretty smart. And I get hired to do my job, and I do what I have to do. I do it well. We have good ratings. And with that being said, I have accomplished my mission. Now, if after that you want to believe whatever it is you want to believe, that's on you. You understand? Like I said before, I've been single since the father of my kids, and I haven't had sex since the father of my kids, and I continue to do my job. And as long as you give us those ratings, I'm going to give you what you want. So, if that's what you want, then that's what you see. Yeah, period. If you don't get it after that, there's nothing else I can tell you, mommy, okay? Anyways, goodbye. Love you guys. Arrivederci. Bye.
All right, so y'all just heard her trying to downplay the situation between she and Safaree, and I just do not believe it. She gave this man a kiss. We all saw, girl. If you didn't see it, then I don't know what to tell you, girl. I ain't gonna tell you to look it up, but you do what you want to do with your computer and your phone, okay? But we all have seen Safaree's big sausage, okay? We've seen that beefcake, and you have got to be lying to me if both of y'all are fresh out of a relationship or situation y'all got going on, already whatever vulnerable, probably bonding over a breakup, over your mutual breakups or whatever you got going on. You ain't entertaining too many people, entertaining Safaree. I will say this, as much as Safaree is not the ideal man, I don't think Safaree's an unattractive man. I think he has a nice body, and then he also got a big dick, and he tall. Like, girl, I refuse to believe that Amara did not climb on top of that man in real life. I do believe that he was knocking them walls back and those screws completely loose. Okay, so that's just what I think. I think that they had been getting it in, and I feel like it was very juicy, sloppy sex. I think that it was good when it was fucking good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Erica Mina has experienced that. She knows what that's like, and that's why she really couldn't take it. On top of that, she couldn't take it that he was getting it in with a darker skin. Hello? Latina. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. But y'all know I'm not the only person that feels this way, because clearly Shay Johnson also feels this way. So let's go ahead and check out what Shay had to say. Okay. Let's get into it.
Mention some things about her and Safaree, and it's a fake storyline and blah, blah, blah. That's cap. I'm sorry. Hell no, I wasn't in the bedroom watching Safaree bang Amara's back in, but I can put money on it. It was happening. All that I was dating Safaree for a storyline is BS. I'm sorry, it is. If I had to show my situation, my realistic situation with my child's father, and the embarrassment behind, the situations that I went through with him, oh, you ain't running from your situation, Amara. We all have embarrassing moments in our life. It's just what we go through. We chose to go on national television and expose our lives, so you can't run from it now because it didn't play out the way you wanted it to play out. It's unfortunate that Safaree wasn't honest with her, and he was still dealing with, his ex-wife. But that doesn't mean you go on a social media platform and just blatantly lie. Like, come on. You did it for a storyline? Stop. He was tapping that and you know it. And so what? You got you some D. Who cares? Like, don't say the statements that you made, because now when you look at the comments up under like different posts from the Love and Hip Hop, episodes that's going on right now, it's all of this. Oh, Amara said it was fake. That means your story fake too. Now they telling me my baby daddy ain't my baby daddy. They telling Von Shay that her situation with her husband didn't happen and they sat down and planned it out. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, hold up. I wasn't gonna say nothing because it's not my place or my business. If you want to go around telling people you didn't allegedly have sex with Safaree, cap, fine. But don't make these statements that will affect other people on the show. Amara had mentioned some things about.
All right, so y'all just heard what Miss Shay had to say, honey, and I have some things to say about that. Now, number one, I still stand by Shay. I feel like you're not obligated to that lady business, but I do appreciate you coming to the front and saying what I've been thinking myself, which is, girl, you over here capping is what it's giving. Now, she said that it's messed up that Safaree didn't keep it honest with her, and that Amara is now saying these things because it didn't play out how she wanted. I agree with that 1000%. I think that's exactly what Amara is doing, trying to downplay their situation to save herself from embarrassment. But instead of saving yourself from embarrassment, in my personal, I kind of feel like you like saving him instead of calling a thing a thing and saying that Safaree was not honest with you, which we all kind of saw. But you could just admit that. Like, I don't think it's really going to make you look foolish. I think it will make him look more foolish, you know what I'm saying, than it is you feel what I'm saying. But if you want to continue to downplay it, girl, I guess you can, but it doesn't help you, in my personal opinion. Okay, girl, just say you was fucking on him. It was a fun time, it was a good time, girl. We have moved on. What else is going on? It's really that simple. But here's the other thing, Shay, you had said that the fans are starting to believe that your storyline is fake because of what Amara is saying, and I do believe that is happening. I think that that's what the fans are saying. But for myself, and I feel like there are a lot of people like me, a lot of us question whether or not your baby daddy is your real baby daddy based on the fact that when you was pregnant and then the first what I think you could have had your baby on the show last year or something like that, whatever it was, this man wasn't nowhere around. You ain't sharing no details about your baby daddy or none of that. Not that you obligated to, but I mean, you're a public figure, you're on a reality show. We thought we would have known a little something. You feel what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you just throw this man out there, you come to the gram and you just drop photos on us, family pics, and we like, girl, what the hell going on with this? Who the hell is this man? What's really going on? People done alleged the man was married and everything. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying what people were alleging. I'm not sure how true that is. But at the same time, I think people question whether this man is really your baby daddy based on how you went about presenting him to us on the show, in public, whatever the case is, right? Not just because of what Amara was over there saying. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that down in the comments, honey, because I was like, girl, I don't know about that part. You can't put all that on the model now. All right? You can't put all that on the model now, girl. Okay? Some of that is accountability of your own. But let's go ahead and move on. Good luck. All right, let's talk about more on Diamond and Sierra. Now, y'all know Sierra was seen getting into it with her ex-best friend, Miss Bambi. Okay, she was seen getting into Bambi's ex-husband's face, which is Scrap, who also happens to be the ex-boyfriend of Diamond. Okay, we saw a video surface. We also saw this on the show where Sierra confronted Scrappy about his relationship with his wife at the time. Right? And in the midst of her having this conversation with Scrap, she brings up Diamond's name. Diamond hears her name. She's like, you don't even know the situation. Don't bring my name up. If you ask me, I just kind of feel like Diamond had every right to kind of say something because BITCH, it ain't got nothing to do with you. So why are you bringing my name up when you know you got your own man issues? Go over there and deal with that. And I just kind of feel like this. When you have a married couple, I don't care what nobody really says. I'm not going at my best friend's husband the way that Sierra has gone at her best friend. I'm just not gonna do that. That's just not me. I don't condone that. I don't really believe in that, and I damn sure do not agree with that. And now, if he was abusive to her physically, then I'm probably on your ass. But if it's like on some cheating or disrespect and y'all whatever, because I don't know what part my friend may have played in a relationship. What I do know is that my friend is going to give me her perception of the story, her side of the story. I may not get his side to really know, so I'm automatically gonna side with my friend, which could possibly be unfair to that other person because there could be details that my friend is leaving out. But in addition to that, I'm never finna go at my best friend's husband or significant other on some, you a fake ass, especially if he's never disrespected me, number one. Okay. Now, and I'm not saying the disrespect for my friend is okay, but what I am saying is this: y'all be going so crazy, be over here ready to argue and fight with your friend's man, and then what ends up happening? That friend ends up being right back with that man, and then that man convinces that friend that you need to be on the outs type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna come in between. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do, because I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice based on the perspective and things that you're giving to me. Okay, so I'll share those details with you, good sis. All right, but as far as coming in between y'all, I mean, I'll try and see if y'all want me to be a mediator of some sort, possibly. But if you think I'm gonna come in his head over whatever y'all got going on, I'm not, because then that could potentially put me in a bad position, and that could ruin our friendship, and we ain't even cool no more because you're gonna choose this NIGGA over me anyway. Like type, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to love and stuff like that, you just never know like where people minds be at, for real. You could just never be too sure. But there are people that will go behind a dude for just, whatever he does, hanging out too late. We can assume he's cheating based on what the wife said. There are some people that's gonna step behind their best friends like that. I'm just letting y'all know that I'm not one of them. And all my friends know that. I never want to intervene. I want whatever decisions you make when it comes to your man to be your decisions. I don't ever want you to come back to me and make it seem like I swayed you, forced you, encouraged you to go one particular way. Now, if it's just flat out disrespectful and we done had some proof and all that, me and you gonna have a conversation. But I don't ever see me addressing him, because for what? What if he don't respect the person he's in a relationship with? What the fuck me coming to him gon' do? How is that going to help y'all in any fashion? If anything, it's going to create more issues, I would think, within y'all relationship. That could also spill over and make an issue within our friendship. So I just feel like you got to handle those things, smart when it comes to that. And I feel like Sierra was definitely out of line. So speaking on all of that, right? Diamond said when she sees Sierra, she got some things she need to say to Sierra. She goes on the show. Of course, she sees Sierra. Sierra is the one that initiated the conversation. She wanted to clear up some things. For whatever reason, I don't know. Since you was so headstrong on standing behind your friend Bambi, and you were so strong on standing behind Bambi, now you want to sit over here and have a conversation with Dime. Like, what you want to talk to me for? Okay, yeah, I ain't in a relationship, and then for Bambi to for Sierra to sit up there and try and tell Diamond that she ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's like, but you still including me in it. So why is you even trying to have a sit down conversation with me? Like, what the fuck we really even talking about? If I ain't got nothing to do with it, let me not have nothing to do with it then. Go do what you gonna do. So in the midst of this conversation, when I tell y'all, Diamond dragged Sierra. And she dragged Sierra about her work that she's gotten done on her face. You can look at this photo that I have on the screen, and it's not even the same photo of the Sierra that we see on today. Sierra has changed her lips, her face on multiple occasions, okay? And it makes me think of Carly Red just a little bit, right? There are quite a few people that feel like that wasn't a read. The way that Diamond got her together, that wasn't a read, yada, yada, yada. Well, listen, a lot of y'all people saying that. I know y'all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I want y'all to have that same energy when Sheree and Candy Bird start sitting up there throwing insults about surgeries, faces, whatever. When Candy tells Sheree, you put all of that stuff in your face. So if you think that this girl did not check the hell out of Sierra and read her ass in that moment, I want you to think the same thing about Candy and how Candy didn't technically read Sierra. Because it's just funny when y'all don't like a person, y'all be like, yes, that's a read, that's a read, that's a read. And then sometimes, depending on who the read coming from, if you don't like that person, i.e. Diamond, because you don't like how Diamond is heavily aligning herself with Scrappy and defending Scrappy, and make no mistakes, I think she looks dumb as hell. I've said that on more than one occasion. I'll never go on a platform and defend an NIGGA that ain't nowhere standing up defending me. Hello? Period. Okay? So she definitely looks foolish as fuck, along with Miss Erica. Okay? Erica Dixon. But at the same time, I feel like that's where a lot of y'all angles are coming from. Of, oh, she ain't read her, she ain't read. That's not really a read. Well, it's a read when somebody else is doing it, especially on Housewives. It's a read when we talk about Shay. It's a read when we talk about Carly Red and her facials and the changes that she's made. But it's not a read when we talking about Sierra, because y'all like Bambi so much and don't like the fact that Diamond is defending Scrap. Yeah, no, that's not making sense. That girl ate her ass up, and that's just where we at with it. Like, she ate her the hell up, like, period. Ate the girl up, and I thought it was funny. She chewed her down in her damn face. Period. Does she still look dumb as hell standing by Scrap? 1000% she do. And then she goes on IG Live and she says a lot of things about Bambi having a credit card allegedly in her son's name, saying how Scrap was paying bills. If he wasn't, where did you get the money from? The old men I've seen you hanging out with. She said a lot of stuff, girl. Okay. This lady has went on to say, just say a lot of things. She said that Sierra looks, what she said, 50 something while she looks 20 something. She didn't lie when she said that. She didn't lie when she said that. I'm just sorry. So then Sierra claps back and pretty much throws her money on the table. That's what a lot of people do when they ain't got nothing else to say. When they can't come back, they talk about, how much money they got, or I could buy you with this. I could buy your whole life, whatever. Now let me tell you, Sierra ate her up when she talked about that wig needing to be plucked. And I said, girl, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Wig is giving corner hair salon. I got my hair done in the hair in the hair store. The beauty supply store is where I got my hair done. Girl, it's not even giving that I really went to a luxurious, hair salon. So you definitely ate her up with that one. Then you chewed her a bit. I will say this, you ain't put no seasoning on her, but you definitely chewed her when you talked about her fashions at the BET Awards. The reason why I couldn't give you the extra seasoning, okay, when you was chewing, was because everybody looked the fucking fool at the BET Awards. So much so that we questioned was the theme throwback. Okay, because that's what, the style and things were giving. All right. So yeah, like I said, Miss Diamond came on social media. She started dragging, a Sierra a bit, saying that y'all said all that shit in the confessionals, but ain't nobody say none of that to my face. But just know when y'all see me, I'm out. I'm with it. I'm with the shit. For real, keep my name out your mouth or whatever. And so she had a lot of things to say. Of course, Sierra got down and she started, responding in the comments and things. But in addition to that, she also decided to do a live, okay? And when she does this live, she pretty much talks about her facial features and how she hasn't really had a lot of work done. So let's just hear what Sierra has to say, okay? Let's go ahead and get into that.
On this nose, boo-boo. I cannot help. No, seriously, y'all. Why? Okay, and I understand y'all say I look different. I was 200 and something pounds, and now I'm 158 pounds. My face is totally smaller. You can really see my bone structure. But my lips, I ain't have not a lip. That's why I don't play. People like, stop getting your lips. No, I didn't have not a lip. But come on, y'all. My nose, it looks the same. My nose is the same nose from a little girl, from when I was a baby. So you telling me my nose look different from this picture? My cheeks are still fat. Honestly, I look like my prom picture, because I was 140 pounds on this picture, and I'm 158 now. I look the same from prom. The only thing looks different is my lips. It's my lips, and I love my lips. Somebody said my skin is lighter. Probably because I just use good products now. I'm rich now. I was broke then. Of course, you're going to change. Stuff going to look a little different. Somebody said lips and cheeks. I don't got none in my cheeks. This a bone. That's a bone. I'm just pretty. I can't help it. You don't see no cuts on this nose, boo-boo.
All right, so y'all just heard what Miss Sierra had to say. Okay, she's saying that she ain't get no work done on her face. I beg to differ. I'm looking at this photo here, and I do think that she has high cheekbones, but I also believe that she may have gotten filler under eye. So I believe that filler definitely went into her face, or Botox of some sort definitely went into her face, and ain't nobody gonna change me on believing that. Okay, the only other work that she got done were her teeth, of course, and her lips are huge. She talked about the difference in weight, what she weighed then versus what she weighed now, and my question is, what does your lips weigh? Because they are huge. She said because she never had lips, she's going to continue to get them, I guess filled or whatever. But I think it's fine to get like lip fillers. I just think, just don't go extreme with it. And I do feel like she went a bit extreme with hers, but that's just my personal opinion. But she's saying she ain't getting nothing else done to her face or anything. I think that the most she may have gotten done, I don't know if she got her butt done, but that's an assumption. I think she may have had liposuction, so she definitely had some work done. I'm just trying to understand why people feel like it's a read for others, but it wasn't a read for her, all because y'all like her. I think Sierra is definitely a likable person. I do. I think she may be cool as shit in person. I think she may be an absolute sweetheart. An absolute sweetheart. I think she's a person that really look out for her friends, take care of her friends, not just so much as getting in IGGA's faces, but just being a caring individual. I really believe that Sierra truly has a good heart. But at the end of the day, she was red. It's just really that simple. Like, girl, the people just, she got ate up. Like, it's really that simple. Right. And it's just, and she got ate up to her face. It wasn't something that she said or some Diamond said in the confessional, and then when she saw her, she didn't come at her. It was just the audacity that whatever she told y'all she was gonna do, she did that shit. And I feel like a lot of us not often used to seeing women keep that same energy sometimes on TV. They say one thing in the confessional, and then when it's time to be in the scene, they don't always deliver. But she did what she needed to do. So, again, if you heavily over there on some Team Bambi type stuff and you want to hate Scrap or whatever, and make no mistakes, he is problematic. He is indeed the problem. You'll probably say she didn't read because you feel a way about her still being Team, Scrappy or whatever like that. Girl, you right. She look a fool, but girl, she chewed her up, period. But anyway, next up, let's see what else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Lastly, okay, I definitely want to talk about Spice, and I also want to talk about Miss Erica Mena. So we all know that Spice and Erica Mena did get into an altercation, somewhat of an altercation, in the previous episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. So what ended up happening was Spice has been, listening to Erica all this time about things she has to say about Safaree. All right. Well, Safaree and Spice got a chance to have a sit down to where he showed her a lot of his evidence. One thing that I feel Erica has not done. Erica has talked about it, but she hasn't shown any factual proof about it, right? At least to Spice. So once Safaree presented that to her, it started to cast some doubt about the stories that Erica Mena was out here sharing with people, okay? When it came to the relationship or the dynamics of she and Safaree. So when they were at the table, they're sitting down, they're talking or whatever, I think Spice was already on edge about Erica based on the voicemails and things that Safaree sent to her, okay? So she already wasn't featuring Erica, all right? So Erica tells her that she didn't like when Spice was sick and Safaree was over there crying, going crazy. Like if he loses Spice, he doesn't know what he's going to do. And she was like, NIGGA, I was sick in the hospital with your child and you didn't give a damn about me. So, what kind of is that? So that triggered Erica. It made Erica go off. And he recorded those messages and sent them over to Spice. Yes, was it vindictive? I do believe that. I do believe that he was being vindictive, but some part of me don't give a damn. I do not give a fuck about this man being vindictive in that moment because Erica has too been the same way. Erica has spent majority of this season and last season dragging the dog fuck out this man. And then y'all think that he not supposed to say anything? And then here's the gag. He didn't even blast her on television like she has blasted him. He merely just sent something to his friend. Period. So, I don't know, I can't get with it. So I really didn't give a damn about whatever he sent over there to her. Sometimes I think that we be so anti-men that we act like they don't have a right to defend themselves as humans in general sometimes. Okay, so I mean, that's just how I feel about that. So I didn't give a fuck about none that man sent over there to Spice, because Erica, your personality and everything about you has always been questionable to me. Okay, well, I'm lying, I won't say always, because I used to really like you in the beginning, but you've been very questionable within the time frame that you've kind of been with Safaree. Okay, since you guys got married, had a daughter, you've had some little things about you. Okay, but anywho, so basically they're having this conversation. Erica wants Spice to put herself in her shoes, and Spice is like, girl, I don't have to put myself in your shoes to know what the fuck you talking about. I get it. My problem is this. Okay, you be sitting up here acting like you the only motherfucker that is going through a divorce and has ever been through a divorce. You also sit up here and act like you're the only woman that's a single mama. And I agree with Spice on that, because you do. You act like your other friends are not going through divorces themselves. Like Sierra ain't been a damn single mama. And like Bambi is not about to be a single mama of 3 too. Okay, you always bring it on home back to yourself and what you got going on and what the fuck Safaree did. Like, so yeah, Spice was not lying. Erica tries to one up Spice when Spice says she knows about that life. She's been a single mama for like 14 years. Erica's like, well, I've been one for 16 years. So Spice is like, okay, bitch, not okay, girl. I'm trying to talk. Okay, I'm trying to let you know that you ain't the only person. You over here trying to one up somebody, and you can't one up me because your kid don't even like you, bitch. And Erica did not like that. Spice said her kids love her. Spice, I have to clock you, girl, as I've already done, because it's given your kids ain't even with you. You love your kids love you so much. Why they ain't with you? Bring them back to the United States, because I just couldn't do it. I don't see how y'all parents send y'all kids to a whole nother damn country to live. And maybe that's because that's not the culture I come from. So maybe I will never understand that. Right? I feel like a lot of people in Africa may do that, where they send, I mean, not just Africa, just like anywhere in the world. I think they do that. I just wouldn't feel content with doing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially it makes sense when you're sending your kid, I guess, to a better country, but you live in a better lifestyle with this big ass house. But where your kids at? They down there in Jamaica. I don't know what their lifestyle is like, but I'm sure they would prefer to be here with you. Like, I don't know, but it's like you took a dig at this lady, but like, girl, like, you really ain't have a whole lot of room to talk for real, for real. All in all, Erica didn't like the fact that her son was being brought up. I feel like whatever Spice said about Erica, it was facts. And Erica couldn't take it. Okay, she didn't flip the table or couches when it came to Safaree. I mean, not Safaree, but Scrap. And she didn't do the same thing with Stevie J. But when it came to this dark-skinned woman, she decided that she was going to, flip it on her and go crazy. Okay, she calls this woman a monkey. She says a lot of things. She makes, a lot of sounds. First, she says that she was fasting for Spice when she was in a hospital, which we all know was a lie, because she kind of called that out, and we all could call it out for ourselves. Then, by the end of the episode, she's saying that she wished the lady would die. Like, she should have died. Like, what kind of stuff is that? All because somebody brought up your son, and then you want to say that your son was traumatized. That's why he doesn't come around. That's why he's not on the show. Right? But we're not really talking about why he don't come on the show or why he not around. We talking about your motherhood. That's what we really talking about, Haki. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he don't come around because of you, even though you sat up there with Bambi and trying to say that your son didn't want to move in with y'all because of Safaree. He feel like Safaree was fake. And that may be factual because of how I'm seeing Safaree show up for Amara. That was for show and that was for fake. But at the same time, I'm questioning whether or not the baby think you fake. Because if you really feel like it was traumatizing for your big grown son, and he's not grown, he's not an adult, but he's way over the age of 10, then why the fuck would you expose your children under 10, under 5 to such industry? Like, why would you expose them to this? So that just makes no sense. Like, Erica's full of shit. It is what it is. I can't tell nobody how mad to get when you speak on their child in any type of fashion. But yeah, that's just what happened. Okay, Erica called this lady a monkey. She's being dragged for it at this time, and it's just so ironic that you would refer to this woman as a monkey when every action that you've shown on television has been giving jungle animal. Okay. And I hate to talk about the jungle animals because they over here like, girl, well, how did I get into it? But girl, your characteristics and what you have displayed since you've been on this show has been more animalistic than this woman. So you can't talk about nobody. Hence the reason why you just sat up here and got arrested for biting an officer. Like, girl, get your shit together. But the main point and reason why I'm bringing this to you guys is because Spice has sat down. She's done a quick interview to share her thoughts about being called said monkey by Erica. And I want us to go ahead and get into that. So let's do just that. Okay. So as you can see here, this is the reaction. Somebody said Spice went low and Erica went to hell. So I want y'all to know, when y'all do say that, even though I kind of feel indifferent a little bit, I feel like when someone makes this statement, it makes so much sense when they say, so I want y'all to know that you're saying that it's okay for anybody to use racial slurs when you say stuff like that. Just because that person went low, it's okay for somebody to turn around and call you a nigger, an N-I-G-G-E-R. Like, if you're okay with that, then okay, I just want you to know that you're approving that. So next time it happens, we don't want to hear y'all loud and yelling and screaming and being upset about it, since you think that that was okay. All right. For a person that's not black to do that. But I'm just telling you. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what
somebody flipped
what
the
was
table
said.
at me and called me a monkey.
Oh, wow.
I'd be, taking off my earrings, ready to tussle a little bit, and I kind of
I feel like that comes with I know what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm in a better space right now.
So reality TV, is it?
It comes with it. You know what you know what the franchise is about. So it's okay for me.
But it's worth your peace of mind.
I have my peace of mind. Nobody takes my peace of mind away from me.
Spice, if somebody flipped the table at me and called me a monkey.
Oh, someone thinks something of me, that doesn't mean that's who I am. I'm the person that came up with colorism a few years ago. I'm black and beautiful. I'm now bleach, proud, I'm a color. I've been, done it, said it all. Always reminding my melanated women how beautiful they are, to love themselves, who they are. Like, someone can't come and say a few words and that's going to get me into a mood like, no, that doesn't define me. I know who I am. Because someone's opinion of me does not value who I am and doesn't.
All right, so y'all just heard Spice, and she's saying just because somebody calls her out her name or says certain things doesn't mean that it's going to pretty much get her out of character. I'm like, but it did, though. But it did get you out of character, because you made sure that you reminded her that her son doesn't like her, and you were trying to get outside so that you could fight her and stomp on her ass. High key, and, in my honest opinion. And also, I kind of feel like this is Spice trying to calm down, to me. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I kind of feel like this is Spice trying to calm down the noise of a lot of people wanting Erica fired. And I think that even in a moment when she doesn't have to show this lady any type of grace, she's still doing so by giving this statement and saying that I'm not bothered. You know what I'm saying? It seems like she's not even mad about being called the word. And that says more about her than it says about me. And I just kind of feel like you're showing that while everyone else is outraged, I'm the person that it happened to, and I'm not even bothered by it. So because of this and her reaction to me, and I could be tripping, to me, I just kind of feel like that lady ain't finna get fired. That lady ain't finna get demoted. She ain't finna be removed from the show for a season or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like she's saying, I've moved past it. Okay. I know what I signed up for. I'm on this show. Things are going to happen. I moved past it. So y'all should move past it too. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting from what she's saying in this moment. So, yeah, I just want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about this interview. I don't think that Spice is wrong, though, when she says that how somebody feels about me pretty much ain't got nothing to do with me. That has more to do with you than it has to do with me. But at the same time, I am kind of feeling like it's okay to say that you're offended and you don't have to take the high road, for a person that didn't spare you. And maybe Spice is taking this road, y'all, of, I'm not bothered. Things happen. I signed up for this on TV. Maybe she's saying this because she knew she was out of pocket for even saying that this woman's son does not like her. And I do understand that being a very sensitive spot for Erica. I'm sure she cries about it all the time, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That your kid does not like you. Because you're going to always love your kid. And if your kid is unhappy, you're going to question, like, did I do something wrong? Could I have been a better mother? Could I have done this? Could I have done that? So I can't sit up here, and act like Erica should not have ever responded to no stuff like that. And I can't say that Spice was right in saying it to that lady. So, I mean, they both had some wrong in what they said. And I think that's what Spice could possibly be realizing, which is why she's probably like, I signed up for this. It is what it is. I know that I said something low. She said something low. And here we are. Now, here's the other part. I'm questioning whether or not they're going to have a sit down later this season, which is going to result in them fixing everything. And that might also be why Spice is like, nah, we good. We cool. Right. So that could be it. Maybe they cool now. Maybe Erica has apologized to her and they're agreeing to move past this, whether they're going to move past it being friends or, being associates. We don't know. All right. But that's all that I have at this particular time. I want you guys to go ahead and like up the video. Again, if you have yet to do so. All right. That is the Love and Hip Hop Chat. I'm Jamie. That's me. Again, I will catch you guys in the next one. Feel free to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. Bye-bye.